Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm Sethum and welcome back to another video for Valheim. This time around it's not really a guide but rather a test. So the idea of this is, I bet you're wondering what's going on right here, why the tree is at my feet. Am I upside down? Well, the answer is no, I'm actually flying. So what's going on here is I want to see how big the map is, what the limitations are, and so the idea is I'm going to do some cheaty exploration, let's call it, if that makes sense. Basically, I'm going to fly as high as I can and see where the world stops. And then we'll do that for exact same thing for the length and width of the map. We'll have a look at that. We're going to look at a couple of features. So right now, I am just basically pressing spacebar with sprint so that I fly upwards at the speed of a rocket. Now, I want to see how far I can go before the game decides I've gone too far. So two things may happen, possibly three. There isn't an end, which is then kind of, I don't know what to say with that. Or I break the game, break my save and then regret it. Or there is a limitation to how high I can go. So I'm just going to keep doing this for quite some time. We're going to wait it out and see where we end up. As you can see, the tree branch that is above the world is now at our feet, and it seems to get further and further. Now, this is something I want to see. Of course, this kind of shows us how the game was designed as well, so we get to see little imperfections. I'm just going to let you know, have the ability to actually go through that branch. It'd be nice if you can walk on it, but I think it'd be a very big branch to walk on. The other thing I want to see later on in this video is where that thing stops. You know, it comes from somewhere. Where is it coming from? So we'll go and do that as well. And of course, I want to see if the world is flat, if there's a border. You know, there's a lot of curious things about this game that I want to discover. So we'll see where we get with that. But as you can see, it looks like I'm not moving, but I am actually. So it takes a bit of concentration to look at it and see that I am still going upwards. And I wonder how far up I can go. This is the real question right here. Where the height at? I mean, don't get me wrong, the branch is really well high off the ground. So I reckon right now I am far higher from the branch than the branch is from the ground. Like I'd say 2 or 3 times right now, and I'm still going upwards. So I wonder what happens when I do past that limit, if there is a limit, where the limit is, if I can find it. At this point in time, I'm beginning to have doubts that there is a limit, you know. I keep going, so I mean, there's nothing to see in the distance. It'd be nice if we can get to those stars. I think that could potentially be a thing in this game at the rate, because right now I'm well high up. Yep. That's getting further and further away. Now imagine you're looking at that thing from the ground. You can see how big it is above the map, above the game. Now it's really tiny and minuscule. So probably at maybe 4 times, 5 times the height from the branch as the branch is from the ground. And I'm still going. This is crazy. There's a lot of head height. You just can't access it because you can't build this high. If I remember correctly, the maximum build height on a structure is a total of normal 8 pieces. Alright, I've given up. I've been doing this for a while now, and I just keep going and going and going. So I'm going to say and make a guess here that there really isn't a height restriction. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fall. I'm going to see what happens. So I'm still going, but I've just stopped right now. But as you can see, nothing, no limitation. I can't go any further. So now I am falling at the speed of the game. I was going to say speed of sound. Oh, I'm glitching out. Something's happening. Did I break the game? Oh, this looks really dodgy. This looks like an anime move or something. And I'm still falling. Still can't see the branch. So I'm falling for quite some time now. I reckon I can say the whole alphabet by the time I hit the ground. At this rate. I do like this glitch though. I'm starting to see the branch right there. Okay. I mean, we are falling pretty fast. I'll give it that. Okay, so this is the branch. That's the little cube thing, which I don't know what that is. We're going to go through the branch, because it's not really a material thing. It's just a cosmetic. Ooh, and we hit the ground. Oh, we were well high up. So judging by how quickly we reached the ground from the branch and how much we fell, I can safely say that we were crazy high. So I don't know why my character is doing this thing, but this branch looks kind of cool. Now the next thing I want to do is I want to go all the way down south, for example. I want to explore that. We're going to have a look at what that is down there, that biome. I'm sure some of you will already know, probably have explored it. I haven't, so that's one thing I want to see. That's just going to be a passing thing, so I'm going to go down that way. And then I want to go to the edge or off the edge. I have a question. Is it flat? Is it like a border that we can't go past? Do we go into space? So we're going to answer that question in the next section. I'm just having a look at basically the quickest way, but I think it's just going to be downwards. I'm going to face myself downwards and just go down that way. And that is the third boss that I have to fight right there, which is pretty far. That's Martyr right there. So that would be the dragon. So right, I'm going to start making my way there. It's going to take a while until I get there, so I will cut back to when I am over that reddish brownish area at the bottom of the map. Okay, we're getting there. We are running in air, kind of derpily, but hey ho. Oh, so this is the Ashlands. And now that's a one way of announcing it. So what do we find in the Ashlands? Barely anything. We find some of these flame dudes. Okay, they take one hit and they die. And they drop. Okay, nothing really important here. I feel like this is probably a part of the map that is not finished. But it does look kind of cool. It looks kind of dangerous and ominous and stuff. But there's not really a lot going on here. So this might be one of these sections of the map that isn't quite yet finished. I do know that this is still in early access. So, you know, there are still sections that are being worked on. There's a lot of these guys. I mean, I don't see any resources. I don't see anything that I haven't... Well, oh, what's that? Okay. So can I harvest this? I think we need something specific. Okay, well, I'd make a guess and say that this is something that would be end content-ish. I wouldn't even know what to use that for. Anyways, let's continue going. We're going towards the edge right now, and we'll see what happens when we get to the edge. Okay, we're hitting by the looks of it. Okay, there is water between this landmass and the edge, so that's a good sign. And keep going. Just want to see how far I am. Alright, we're going to sprint this one. We're going to try and go really quick. I keep expecting to hit a border. Hold on a second. Yo. Haha. Okay, so that answers the question. The world is flat. Huh. Who knew? Right, next thing I want to do is I want to see what happens if I fall. Will I fall an infinite amount of time? I'm guessing if you hit that point where you get the red filter, you probably die. I am struggling to kind of keep my character in control. He kind of want to he kind of wants to do his own thing right now. So how far can I go down? Oh, I hit something. Oh, see, I'm being pushed right now. So I am trying to control this. But there's more land underneath the land, which is interesting. So yeah, the world is flat, but there's actually another land underneath it. Oh, we got these guys right here. I'm trying to hit this guy. It's a bit of a challenge because I keep wanting to be pushed, or the game wants to push me to somewhere. So technically, if you look on the minimap, I am in space. Okay, so that is basically that. Now, I wonder if this is because they're planning potentially to expand the map and make it bigger. That'd be cool. I mean, that is a possibility. There's loads to work with still, as you can see. And we still have some NPCs down here. So let's go down this way and see where we go. So now technically I am in space. As you can see, I'm being pushed further and further away. I've been doing this for a while now, but again, there seems to be no limitation. I mean, if there is a limitation, it will be very far away, and I've lost patience. I've genuinely lost patience. I've been traveling that far. So I'm going to show you on the full map how far I've gotten. Okay. We can start seeing the things, but as you can see, I am in space technically. So maybe this is what Valheim, or the equivalent of Valheim or Hell, looks like. It's just endless land. And the world is flat-ish. It's more like a cake. More like a disc. So it's not flat, it's a disc. At this rate. We've got this right here, which is kind of circular. I wonder what this is, or have I broken the game now? Oh no, hold on a bit. I am hitting the explorable land, but I still have a disc underneath me, which I cannot see through. Maybe this just might be the render distance. Who knows? Okay, so next one, and the final thing that I want to do is I want to go towards the root of the problem, the root of the branch that hovers above the world. So yeah, the root of the problem. I want to see where that comes from, if there's anything it's attached to, if it's just floating. I'm guessing from what I've seen right now that when I'll get there, it will just be a floating branch. Now, as you saw, the branch is just cosmetic, so technically you can't be on it. Although I think it would be cool if that was another biome in itself, and you had to be careful not to fall from it. I think that would be a great idea, and I would not dislike that. I mean, that can be its very own biome. It'd be nice. I mean, if it's hell, might as well make it torturous, right? Just imagine that being a biome all on its own, having some really wacky and weird creatures. Oh, we are in space again. So we're going to travel as far as we are allowed to travel. Well, I think right now I've concluded that the limitations of this game are crazy. We can probably go for a long time before we hit anything. I think, yeah. I mean, if you guys ever want me to try and go to the point of breaking the game, or wanting to see how far and wide the map is, let me know. I can make a separate video with that. I just ended up losing patience. Just basically traveling in one direction with nothing to see is boring as heck. But if you guys want to see how far I can go with this and make a video on it, I'm more than happy to. So right now we are quite far. We still have a lot to go before we hit the branch. So I'll just keep on pressing on. Jesus Christ, my English is bad. I'll just keep pressing on with this. Just to see how far I get and where this thing ends, or where it starts from. We know where it ends because it's the tip of the branch, so I want to see where this starts from. We have started to lose sight of the tips of this giant glowing supernatural tilted tree branch thing, whatever this is. It'd be nice if this had its own story. And as we get closer to it, it is clearly getting larger and larger in diameter. I mean, this thing is huge. Okay, I can see that nothing more of this is spawning in, so I think that is as far as we get with this. Yeah, it looks like it. Alright, so this is where I am at the moment. And as you can see, I've traveled quite far into space. I'm technically an astronaut. I'm going to make my way back to land and do some other things. But that was it, yeah. So this game, although unfinished, has some very interesting limitations, which I haven't yet found, as far as the size of the map. Now we know the size of the map because we can see it, but there's actually more to see, which is really nice, and I'm intrigued by how big this thing can be. I'm guessing there's loads of room for further increasing the size and developing this map later on. So that's kind of cool. That means, yeah, that's been taken into consideration. And with that, well, with that said and done, I think I'm going to make my way back in to the land and kind of end the video here. I do hope that you have enjoyed this little exploration that I've come up with. If you have, please let me know by hitting that like button, subscribe to the channel for more similar content from myself, and of course if you want me to go as far as the game will let me go, as in for real, just to see how far we can get. If you want a video like that, let me know. I'm more than happy to do that. I'm just probably going to get bored. I'll probably put a movie on or something until we get to that point, if there is a point. And maybe we just end up going forever and ever. Who knows? But I'm happy to do that if there are people interested in seeing it. Until next time, stay safe, folks.